Hey kids, let's try something different today. Thought we'd do a little walk around the old saw surgeon's lair here. Let's see what's lurking around here. Beautiful day out here. Trying something a little different. Got a little different gear going on here, so I'll give things a little shot here. Hopefully the light works with us. Some of my stuff is a little bit of a disorganized process right now, so there's a lovely heat more. The beginnings of my wood shed. What else we got here? Got a handy little gizmo right there, little 955 John Deere, and a few other things lurking around here. Got a little brush fire for later today. What's that? Thing's pretty handy. That is a work asset as well as the little John Deere. I have access to it anytime, to both of them and more. Anytime that there's no production being done. So it looks like I might have quite a bit of access to it this year. But right now we're out in what we can't call it the back 40, so check out something else here. 1951 Farmall M John Deere KBA 10-foot wheel disc. Works pretty good. We last year I run it with a 720 John Deere diesel, and flipped along pretty good with that. The M did just fine with it. Usually we'll hook something else on the back of it to get a little more finishing action when we're going over the field in the later stages, trying to smooth it out. And then that gets to be a little bit much for the M. The 720 handles it fine. Of course, I mean, you can always slow down, but slow down ain't a whole lot of fun. Say good morning to the ladies. Yeah, so got about 16 birds, I think. About 10 of them are laying. 2 of them, it's physically impossible for them to lay. Got 2 roosters, and they actually get along pretty well. The one will try to challenge a little bit occasionally, and the black one just puts him in his place real quick, and they get along real well for quite a period of time after that. So I usually will only run 1 rooster, but like I say, they are getting along pretty good. So got a little spring cleanup action going on here. There was a bunch of vines in between the lilacs and the chicken coop. I actually want to it's my intention to change the chicken coop to a more conventional shed roof design chicken coop. There's just a lot of wasted space in this one, and I don't like the looks of it anyway. So, but it's very functional for the time being. So, trying to keep the sun behind the camera. It's low enough in the sky where it'll impact everything else. But take you over to the big John Deere here. This is, I think it's a 1991, and we've replaced the hour meter so many times I've lost track how many hours on it. I would guess it to have about 3,500 would be. I was trying to scratch it out the other day, and that'd be pretty close. I had like 1,200 hours on one hour meter, another 1,800 on another one, 371 on this one. So it's served us very well. And actually, considering it's I'll run a 72-inch Harley rake, which is really too much for it. It's a compact, it's a small frame tractor, 32 horsepower hydrostat. It has been overused, to say the least, but it's served us very well. We've never had to do anything to the engine, just maintain it regularly. Hydrostat, no problems there whatsoever either. Once again, we service it religiously. It's been through a couple sets of tires. see the grill on it. Had to go full on outside with shive style on that. Fabricated that out of it looks like about 3/16 gravel screen, because the original one just got beat up. I've had this push bar on the front of the loader, not really push bar, but it's supposed to protect the cab, or not the cab, but the hood. Yeah, that's why I call it a push bar, because they drive up to a truck, and once they see the truck move, because they've hit it with the guard, they know they can stop at that point. So I'm smiling now, but I tell you what, there's been plenty of times I haven't smiled. We actually had a 1920, not the year, but the model, Ford New Holland tractor that wasn't hydrostat. It was a manual, and the hood was just at the perfect height for the side of a stake body truck that we were using for a dump truck, and the grill was just below it. So they didn't hurt the grill on that one, but they shoved that hood back nearly 6 inches. I went out there one day and looked at that, and boy, yeah, you might say I lost my cool on that. So, but for the most part, when you consider how many different people we've had running a lot of this equipment, it's amazing how good a shape it's still in. So I've seen some stuff on the dealer lot, lot newer stuff from other landscape companies that is just beat to trash. So I think part of the reason probably why my voice is a little hoarse, if you do enough yelling, it does sink in. Maybe not. Now later years here, we've had some pretty good people. Sorry for jerking this phone around or camera around. It's a new process I'm doing here, so I don't have a gimbal on it. But so anyway, so that's a little story on that. Let's go over to the cat. That is, I think it's a 2012 279C cat compact track loader. That it runs awesome, it works great. I'm not a big fan of pilot controls, just from a reliability standpoint. This has the joysticks. I was able to step right into that, and just felt like I was right at home in a very short period of time, transitioning from an 843 Bobcat, which had the conventional lever style. I'll let the chicken go over there. Switching from that, which it's still pilot controlled, it's hydraulic pilot on those, over to this, it was really, really easy. Completely different style of operation, but Cat was they did a great job of designing and engineering that, so you just feel right at home in it. A few problems we've had with it. We bought it with about 2,000 hours on it. Had a brand new set of tracks on it. And let's see, the first thing we had, it shut down on us. You could start it, couldn't move it. It was really frustrating. Ended up being basically like a operator presence parking release type button on it. So I don't know, I guess it just turns on all the functions. That switch went bad, so it's a $20 switch, which I kind of was thinking that might have been the issue, but we were just slammed, and the boss said, just take it to Cat, have them deal with it. Cat charged us $20 for the switch. Can you believe that? $20 for the switch. I would think that anything with the name Cat on it should be a lot more expensive than that. However, where they got us $300 worth of diagnostic and labor of putting that switch in. So, gotta love it. So, I don't know. You just think you're doing the right thing sometimes, and then presto. But other than that, it's been a very good machine. It's got about 20, I think we put about 800 hours on it. We've had it about 2 years. Things I like a lot about it, is lifting capacity. It's capable of lifting around 3,000 pounds, so 2,600 pound skid of landscape, blocks or rock or anything like that. It comes off the trailer with no problem whatsoever. It gives you a lot of confidence. Whereas the 843 Bobcat that we replaced with this, that was rated at 1,800 pounds. And if an operator's gentle, you can pick much bigger stuff than that, but you're overdoing it. And as long as you don't have to back up, because the whole the whole motion of backing up just sends that bucket in a downward motion. So you got to be very crafty on how you pick up something when you're going over. Well, we don't go overrated. So so it's nice for that. The thing I don't like in comparison, now it does have the door. The AC doesn't work on it. It didn't work when we got it. It would be nice. I run it without the door so much, and I am a heartless something or other, and we haven't bothered to fix the AC. I guess I'm too old school. I ran heavy equipment for quite a number of years in the mining industry, and everything that we ran, that was back in the 80s and 90s, everything that we were running was pretty much from the 60s and 70s. Had a few pieces that dipped into the 80s, but not much. But none of that had AC, and so I am heartless when it comes to that kind of stuff. So if it works when we get it, fine, but I'm probably not going to put a lot of money into keeping it there. And the door, with the door on it, the only way you can get in or out of it is with the hoist arms either all the way down or almost all the way up. And we all know that getting out with underneath raised hoist arms is a bad idea. So I just take the door right off anytime I'm running it, and a lot of times throughout the summer it's off from it, unless we're in a rainy season. So anyway, I just thought I'd jump on here. You guys are, I don't know, just crazy, I guess. I noticed it's like 308 subs last I knew. Thanks for jumping in here. If you're new here, if you're old here, I appreciate y'all. Really has not been a goal of mine to build a big channel or anything. Not that 300, so I understand it's not a big channel, but really wasn't the idea to create something for a bunch of followers. The idea is just to occasionally throw up something that I think might be of interest. I'm probably not going to be somebody that's going to inundate you multiple times a week, and nothing wrong with that. I mean, there are certain channels that I follow that do that too, but I'll just throw up stuff that I think is interesting. This is kind of a test right now. I've got a Rode compact mic on. Actually have it on my old phone. I got a new phone, but wouldn't you know, that doesn't have the microphone jack. And I bought the microphone that I bought with the old phone in mind. So get a little camouflage action here in shade. How's that looking at me? So I thought, well, I'll just use the old phone for recording. So that's kind of the logic here. We're going to see how this goes. So hopefully this mic's picking things up so that I don't have to yell at you. Keep getting coached by Joe's firewood videos. You gotta yell. You gotta speak up. And it's just really not my nature. So hopefully the wind wasn't overwhelming. Obviously I'll listen to some of this before I send it out, but I would like to get something out to you guys and just really say thanks for being here. So there's plenty of opportunity for stuff to do, stuff to film. A lot of times I'm impatient and I don't take the time to capture what I should be. So with your encouragement, I'll try to hit some more stuff here. So anyway, blessings, be safe, we gone.